welcome to today's stream. Wait, hang on. Yeah, you guys can hear me. Hi, welcome. Happy Friday. Happy long weekend for anyone who's celebrating the bank holiday next week. I hope everyone in here has that day off. Not for like a special reason or anything, like genuinely. I just want people to have a day off and relax. But yeah, welcome. I'm having the day off, so I'm feeling very happy. But I think I deserve it after a really long and busy week. So yeah. I have my beautiful new room again. I thought, you know what, I quite like it. I'm just gonna stick with it. And it's cute. I can see the comments on the actual thing now, which is nice. I don't know how they look like when they go all the way to the top, but we probably won't find that out. Also, hello Flandre. Thank you for calling me out before I started. I did see it, so I did have to tell you that wasn't true. But yeah, I was just setting things up and making sure that everything was ready. Everything's not ready, but that's fine. We're basically gonna do what we did last time, which was, what did we do last time? Texture painting. Yes, so we're gonna do texture painting, but what I want to do initially before we do any texture or further texture painting is I want to see how our current textures look like in Unity. So I've just updated FBX in Unity, and what I've exported the textures, I just haven't put them on yet, and it will be a bit of a faff to do it because the way the FBX is now, it's like a 50 billion different meshes because of how I want it set up when I put it into Substance Painter. But of course, once we're done with all the textures in Substance Painter, I can then just start merging meshes to the final amount that I want, which is usually one for body, one for front hair, one for back hair. We have 3 hairstyles, so it will be like 3 different ones, which is fine. We could optimize it and set up a dissolve to hide the ones that we don't want. I might do that, but that is going to be more effort and more, not strain, but I have some trauma with dissolve. It's really fun, but I had a lot of things I had to mark as dissolve and get them all to work together and stuff like that. So we'll see. I think it'll definitely be more optimized if we had everything in one mesh, but they're not going to be connected, so I don't know how much difference it makes. And they also have different materials anyway, so it's not like that would be like that would do anything. And yeah, so front hair, back hair, we're gonna do body. Now I used to separate the body and the face, but on our current commission that I have at the moment, I had some issues getting the shader, even though the settings were like nearly exactly identical as far as I know. For some reason, when they were separated, it just didn't work. But then as soon as I merged them, it just worked. So I don't know. And it wasn't even like something like a normal or anything, because I did data transfer the normals and that worked fine. It was a general like color and look of the meshes. I don't know what was going on there. Hi Pattern, thank you so much for the check-in. I hope you're doing well. So I'm probably gonna keep the head and the body merged. I don't know. I might just try it again with the way that I usually do it, and if I don't get any problems with this one, then I'll just keep them unmerged. Because I think it'll be easier if I did like completely separate the body and the head in terms of getting new outfits and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll have a look. Hi Dumo, why is Blobby white? What's going on? Hello. Why? Okay, he's no longer pink. Hi Dumo, I hope you're doing well. What else? Oh yeah, and then I usually separate them by, it depends on what I want to toggle. You ghost Blobby, pretty much. He's haunting me. That is like a very unfortunate angle. Blobby's just like part of my nose at the moment. But yeah, it depends on how many toggles I want. Usually I make it very easy on myself and I just separate all the clothing that I want to be able to toggle off. So I think for now, like I'm not going to start undressing anytime soon, I don't think. So I'm going to have this skirt as a toggleable thing because I want to be able to take that off. But everything else should just stay on, I think. Maybe we take off the sleeves, but that's about it. So it will only be like maybe 2-3 meshes on there. And then, oh shit, no, it overflowed. Now we know what happens to chat when it gets to the top. Oh shit. How do I just need to crop it, right? Scandalous. Oh, I know. Hang on. Oh, how do I crop things in OBS? I'm such a boomer. There's an edit transform, but I don't know. It doesn't tell me about cropping. Oh, I'll Google it. I'll Google it. Hang on. I'll Google it. Hi, Moku. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Surprise face. How to crop source in OBS. To crop a media source, hold the Alt key when clicking and drag. Oh, okay. Right. So I need to bring it like all the way. Oh, it wasn't that bad. So. Oh, okay. Okay. I got it. I got it. Right. So I'm thinking probably to like here, because that way a message won't be like cut out, right? That makes sense. There we go. Hopefully that should be better. Now it shouldn't overflow anymore. Yay! Thank you for testing. I think my AirPods are dying. I'm trying to listen to Zenny and clients are being loud as fuck. Tell them to shut up. No, I'm joking. Don't do that. You'll lose your job. Glad I got to catch your stream. I'm glad to see you here. Yeah, but I've just started, so we haven't dived into what we need to do yet. I say what we need to do as if like our life depends on it. You know what I mean? What we're gonna do. What we're gonna enjoy doing. Not you also saying scandalous. Yeah, the chat still is acting normal. Yes, cool. Yay. Also, thank you so much for the watch streak, Blundery. 15 streak is insane. Thank you so much. I appreciate it a lot. Right, let's jump into Unity, I think, because I'm just gonna start putting textures on. The old textures, well, the current textures, but they're not all finished. Notably, the 2 back hairs are not finished. Everything else should be like sorta kinda finished. We might need to make some amends. And also stuff like things we're gonna put matte cap on, we need to make the masks. I haven't made them yet, so we need to do that as well. All right, cool. Let me just swap my scene. Okay, so we're on Substance Painter at the moment, but let me just quickly swap the source. Let's see. I'm just gonna double check that the source is correct. Yes. All right. Boom. We're in Unity. Okay, cool. Let me just save before we do anything. So this is the updated FBX, which as you can see, there's like a billion meshes. Oh no, you can't see it because I cropped it. But just believe me, there's like a billion meshes. But don't worry, this is not permanent. Okay. They're also all named really bad. One of them isn't just named Zdalp because I mistyped scalp, but that's fine. So what I need to do is I just need to import the textures in here. So I'm gonna make a new folder because I always start off being very organized and then it all just kind of gets messed up. But we'll try and start off organized. So I have let me just get them. Blender, VODs, Zenidora. For some reason, in my Zenidora folder, it's always sorted by like file name, I think. So my folders are always at the bottom, and that really peeves me off. But I'm always too lazy to fix it. Substance Painter, textures 1. Okay, so at the moment, we don't have that many textures because we don't really have that many materials. There will be a few more like masks and stuff like that will be introduced. But for now, we don't need to really worry about it, I think. So I do think we have every material set up though. Some of them will be old, like mouth line, we do not need. That one's old. So I think we can probably, it's safe to say we can just delete it. Actually, a lot of these are old, I've just realized. Hang on, let me go into, I think it's this one. Okay, so I'm just gonna start dragging some materials in here. Right, this one's called bodysuit. That must be top outfit. Okay, none of the other ones. I guess we'll just put skin and body. I'm just gonna rename them because otherwise I'll get confused and it won't get picked up by the remapper because I think they look for the same name, which is a very, like, to me, a very hidden functionality, but it's very handy, I find. I hate when there are clients in a room when I'm setting stuff up. They usually leave once I start testing audio because it gets loud. Wait, so are you in like a room with clients right now? Or is it like online? My streak is currently 57. Oh my god. 57? Oh wait, no, that's 52 weeks. 57. Thank you so much. That's insane. Amazing. For some reason, with the streaks, I thought you had to like announce it to keep it, but maybe not. Maybe like you never have to announce it. There could be someone who has like 200 streak and I will never know because they just never tell me. Or like you do the announcement thing in chat maybe. 15 stream streak is like 5 weeks. It's been a while already. Wait, is it actually? Oh, oh shit, yeah. Like if, okay, so if I were to stream, it's been longer though because I haven't streamed 3 days every week. That's insane. Thank you so much. I have a cornetto. The ice cream. Oh, don't say that. I want an ice cream right now. I'm trying to be good. I'm trying to be really good. I hit a new goal today, so I'm just trying to like stay sane and stay good. I know that I will not be good on Monday because this something people call it an event, I guess, happening, but that's fine. I've already prepared my mind that I will not be good on Monday, but I want to be good all the other days. Hotel ballroom, setting up the conference. Oh my god, put me on the big screen. No, but that's cool. So do you, obviously without like doxing yourself and prying too much into what your job is, it seems like you maybe set up audio and stuff. I think actually I feel like you told me this already, now that I remember. All right, cool, let's get started. You can already see an issue here. I have 2 textures and I don't think any of these are. Oh no, wait, this is the one that we painted the shadows on and we were like, no, we want the shader to do it, and this is the second one. We're gonna introduce a third one. Hello, cute. Thank you so much for the check-in. Sunny spotted. Yes, I am here. And I'm also on the screen in a different form. But yeah, we just need to make sure we have the material for everything. So what I'm gonna do is I'm probably just gonna go back on the FBX and you know what? I'm just gonna do extract materials. And I'm just gonna make a new folder. I feel like this is the easiest. I'm just gonna make a new folder called materials new. And then I'm gonna delete the old materials folder. I feel like that is the easiest way just to generate like a bunch of materials. Yeah, see? Now it like just makes them with the same name. Wait, does it take the... Oh no, it doesn't take the one that were already there. So top outfit and body. Yeah, they should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, yeah, so I can just delete. Well, maybe we want to just put them in assets for now. Keep both. Why not? Let's confuse ourselves. And then we'll just delete this folder because I don't think we need it anymore. Yes, delete, please. All right, and then we'll rename this one to materials. It's because I made some temporary materials when I was setting everything up. I mostly do video systems like LED walls and processing, but I do everything AV related, so audio, video, lighting. Wait, does AV stand for audio, video? You do lighting as well? That's cool. I remember, so in school, we used to have these like, it wasn't like theater, but we used to have like the latest or the oldest class would do a little like, oh, what's the word? I'm trying to think. It was like a performance, basically, a little bit like theater based, but I remember people who just did not want to participate and actually be on the stage would be allowed to like be part of like the lighting and stuff, which to me, when I was like that age, I was like, holy shit, that's cool, I want to do lighting. But instead I got put into, I had to like be a prop or something. It's not theater, there's like a word for it, I just can't remember it. I want to learn real-time processing though in Unreal, basically how they put on VTuber concerts. Ooh, so I don't know if this is what Bamfi does. So Bamfi is someone who puts on a lot of concerts for VTubers, as far as I'm aware. They're really good at what they do. I don't know if they do, so this isn't, I think this is in Unity. But I don't know if he sets up like lighting and stuff, but he'd probably be a good person to like follow if he ever shows some like work in progress stuff or like behind the scenes stuff. Because he does cool stuff, but I don't actually know exactly what he does. But it's like VTuber concert-esque. Yeah, esque. That's Bumpy Jifu on Twitter. I think their handle is. So Zenny was a theater kid. Well, funny you say that. I did actually attend theater for many years. I didn't do much with it, but I did. So yeah, kind of, but sort of. But this was like everyone, regardless of like theater or not, did this type of stuff in school. It was like a performance for the parents, and I really liked it. I remember watching the one from the year before, so like the one from the older kids, the ones that were like 1 year older than us. I watched that one. That was really nice. And then of course we had the one that we did as well. My job is kind of like streaming, but IRL and for other people in real time. That's kind of cool. Like when you put it that way, that is kind of cool. So do you put like, what's it called? Do you showcase something? Or is it just like, so it's not like, you know how people will have like booths at conventions and stuff and they'll showcase like new tech or stuff like that, which is kind of like putting on a thing? Or is it just more like people have TED Talks and stuff like that? Not TED Talks, but you know, like that style. A conference, I guess. I'm stalling, hang on. Right, so we have this, which is cool. And then we want, let me just like set these up right. Actually, before we do anything, I'm gonna just make all of these Payomi Pro, because I have that one. And then, so that's all set. Sorry, hiccups. And then I want to go into the textures. Now, I don't think I actually have any textures for, like, final textures for these ones. Oh, wait. Shoot, I need to lock this as well. But we're just gonna put the ones that we have so far. Yeah, these will only be, like, gradients. I think, is it the second one that we actually sort of finished? Kinda, sorta. Yeah, that one looks like it has a bit of shading on it. And then we have Hair 3, which again is just a what? Good question. A gradient for the time being. This one has been set to, let's make sure that's color white. That's fine. Bottom outfit. Now this one will have a few textures, and there's a reason. So it will have like a normal texture, but it will also have the normals, because I think there were some normals on the shoes. I don't know if they applied correctly, but we can check. Oh, we don't have shading on yet, so it won't appear yet. It won't appear. Let's see. Does it have? Okay, it does have some stuff on there, so that should be right. So that's bottom outfit. Yeah, just mark as a normal. That's fine. Front hair. I don't know if there's an easier, like, faster way to do this, but yeah, front hair has textures. Head. Yeah, and then I think top outfit already has, but we'll just put the newest things on. Oh yeah, because we have the sleeves. Most of what I do is corporate conferences. I'll post some pics on Discord. Oh, okay, hang on. Oh my god, that's fancy. Hang on. So many cables! Do you bring them all in like one bag? I assume you have like suitcases full of things. That's a lot of people. Is that... I'm trying to figure out if it's like a screen or if it's like a whole like thing that's built up. I can't tell. No, it must be a screen. I don't know. 2 recent shows. That is really cool. Yeah, this screams like conference, which is not a bad thing. But man, that many cables. How do you keep track of them all? LED walls, they have to be built on site. Oh, so what? The one with like the symbol with the is that pause? I don't know. Is that a screen or LED walls? LED walls? Yeah. Because it looks like it extends beyond the wall behind it. So it looks like no, that must be that must because it's floating. What the hell? I'm stupid. Sorry. It must be on a screen. That looks really cool though. So you set these things up, right? How, like, do you also make the designs, or is someone else making the designs, ship it over to you, and then you put them on the LED walls? Is that how it works? 3 walls in the first pick, 1 big wall in the second. Oh, wait. Oh shit, it's the same room, I've just realized. Wait, 3 walls in the first pick, 1 big wall in the second. Are they not the same place? Because it looks like the one with the paw one, it looks like it goes in. And then it yeah, I don't know how to explain it. Usually we get content from clients. That makes sense, yeah. They probably want to put what they want on. It makes sense, it makes sense. It's a very fancy place though, with a lot of cables. Is it not like a mega pain to like take it from A to B? I assume you have to unplug everything. Or is it just all stuff there? Sorry, the first 2 are one show, the next 2 are... Oh, gotcha, that makes sense, yeah. I assume maybe the equipment is all there, but also there's like all those boxes with wheels on them. So maybe not. Maybe it does take like, maybe it does get unboxed. Hi Axie, thank you so much for the head pat. Oh, sorry. Okay, where's my skirt? There it is. Yeah, we have one more thing we need to put on this. I don't know if this is going to be the right one, but we have an opacity as well. Which isn't working. Probably, ooh. Oh, it's inverted. Okay, that's cool. Do we need a bit of dithering maybe? Oh shit, how do I do the dithering again? Is it? No, it's not dithering. I literally just set this up on like another model. It's not this one. I thought it was dithering, but am I not using the right like, do I have to use like transparent? With transparent, I can just use it, but I swear there was a downside to using one of these. I'll have to look it up, but for now, this is fine. This is fine. I don't know why it was inverted though, or has to be inverted, but yeah, this is kind of like the effect I want. I think I want it to be a little less transparent, but that's something that we can fix inside Substance. Or what I can do is I can make a mask that's just like solid black and white, and then we can just reduce how much it's alpha masking, I guess. I'm regional, so I only do shows in Texas. We get them delivered in trucks. Oh, I don't know why in my brain I was like, oh, yeah, you guys set it up and also deliver it. It would make sense if like there's a separate department or company that like does the delivering of stuff. How's everyone doing? I'm doing good. It's Friday in the UK. There's a bank holiday, which means it's like a national holiday pretty much, excluding a couple of different types of jobs and stuff that have the day off on Monday. So it's a really long weekend. Very excited. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Do you have any plans for the weekend? A guy I worked with recently was telling me about how he did the band twice. He did the band twice, like twice as in the artist group, and was going over their stage, and that was crazy. I'd love to do concerts someday. I believe you can do my concert. If I ever did a concert, you can do my concert. I don't know how I'd get myself over to Texas, but no, I believe that you'll be able to do concerts someday. Maybe not mine, because I don't know if it will exist, but yeah. Just reading comics and novels today. Tomorrow we'll do my homework and then spend 100% of my time on Blender. Oh my god, that's dedication. To be fair, I'm probably not going to be any different. I'm going to do housework tomorrow. As in, I'm going to just clean the house, really. We already cleaned the house a little bit today, but there's more of the house that needs cleaned. You know how I have a mansion and everything. It takes a while. So I'm going to do housework tomorrow, and then I'm going to do... I say Blender. It's not Blender because it's like... I will be a little bit in Blender, but it's like a back and forth between Substance Painter, Blender, Unity. It's a lot of like back and forth. I'm still daunted by the 30 plus hours of course I still have. Oh yeah, you're following your course, aren't you? How's that going so far? Are you enjoying it? What would Senny sing? Hi Mio. Just Norwegian songs. I don't know. I don't know. I remember, okay, sorry, I keep talking and not doing enough. I remember when I was young, like imagine I was like 8, 9, and I don't know, I had this idea, oh, I want to write songs. I didn't know how to sing, mind you, but I wanted to write songs. Hang on, this looks not great. This is what I want to look like. I think trans-clipping has some issues, so we're probably not going to use that at the end. Yeah, you can see how it, oh, it does this, which isn't, that's not the effect you want. Right, let's not do trans-clipping for now. Let's do fade. Yeah, fade works. All right. Yeah, I remember when I was quite young and I had this thought in my brain that, right, I want to write a song. So I write some words. I don't really remember what I think I was writing about ghosts or something. And I showed my dad and he was like, yeah, that's really cool. That's really cool, Sunny. It wasn't very cool. It was not very good, but I did try. I did try. And then I just never did it again. I'm not one to be good with words, so songwriting I will leave to someone else. I am trying to learn how to sing. That bit I'm very slowly making progress on. But I think there will be like a seal it limit, you know? You can be a master in singing, but you can't really change the way you sound. So yeah, something I have to accept. I am enjoying it indeed. Autorig Pro is much more helpful than I knew, and the instructor said by the point I'm at as a beginner, I can stop there and go to animation directly. But I want to make a rig and model as advanced as the course file, so I'm gonna bite that bullet. Okay, okay. I wish you the best of luck. I think Autorig Pro is really good. I very recently saw a tweet by someone. Sorry, I keep stalling. We're not doing anything. I very recently saw a tweet by someone. I can't remember the name at the moment. But basically they were saying that they were basically pleading with people to stop using Autorig Pro. And I was a bit confused because like I find it really good for my usage. It makes me a rig pretty much instantly. It's very useful and helpful in the way that like I use it. I don't really use it for animation. I just use it for exporting, testing the weight painting, all that stuff, converting. Like Autorig Pro is an add-on you can buy which allows you to convert any other rigs to Autorig Pro without having to reset everything up, which is really nice. I tried that once and it just kind of worked from the get-go, which was amazing, perfection. But I've never actually tried it for animation, so I think their point of view, and they did explain why it wasn't very good, was from an animator's perspective, which is completely fine. But I really like Autorig Pro and will always like recommend it until I guess stop liking it, because I find it really good and useful for my use case, which kind of isn't what it was meant for, but oh well. Hi Gamazo, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Let's see, what are we doing? Oh yes, okay, so we're not done with the skin shading either yet. This is like really dark. Why is it so dark? Is it the shadow map? Oh, it's the shadow map. Why is that in the shadow map? Oh, wait, I think I know. Hang on. If I... So I think the shadow map is based off of... Oh no, that didn't fix it. So the shadow map is based off of this leaves not being there because they weren't exported in. So I think that's why it's all dark, because it's seen as being in shadow all the time. So we're gonna have to fix that. I should probably start writing notes actually, because that's usually what I do for my clients. If there's something I'm like, oh shit, I need to fix that, I write a note and then I'm all good. And then I remember I have like a huge document, not because it's like I do so much wrong, but I have a huge document of things I needed to adjust and change, which was part of the original commission, and then I have a few more parts I need to fix at the end. So what I'll do is I swear I had a little folder for me somewhere. Oh no, I didn't make my own folder. I just made my file. All right. So Zenidora 2.0. Fix shadow map on top outfit so that the sleeves are not part of it. Okay, cool. And what else? I think, is that? Yeah, because this is what it normally looks like. This is what it actually on. All right. I feel like the rest we have to adjust to get the nice shading. Like a lot of them don't have like any rim shading at the moment. So I'm gonna select body, bottom outfit. Actually, can I just copy the... Does this have rim shading? It does. It does. Okay. Copy. And then body, bottom outfit, I think will be fine. Where is it? Rim shading? Is it in shading? Probably. Makes sense. Rim lighting. Paste without textures. We're gonna have to adjust it, but oh, that looks really nice. I wanted to have that shading on the phone. Oh, do you know what it is? We're just gonna make it opaque for now. This is just annoying. Yeah, I wanted to have it be because of the rim light, but I think we want to adjust it a little bit, maybe like just the, not the sharpness, the rim power maybe. No, the width. I think that, and then maybe we should make it like, no, we need a texture if we're gonna do that. I think that's fine. Yeah, that's fine for now. The skirt has the same look. There's a bit of like artifacts in the skirt. I think that's just due to compression. So if I go to bottom outfit, that's the material. I'm stupid. Bottom outfit. Let's just put it on high quality now. I don't remember what the best compression setting is, but we'll go back to that. I think that's fine. I can understand the point of learning rigging from scratch first, but many pros started with AutoRig Pro anyway. I don't know if that is the case. I'm not saying... I don't think that's the case. I literally don't have the knowledge. I feel like most like pros in the industry, I assume they learn how to rig themselves to start off with, but then they might have diverted into other tools that sped up the process. Because they knew how to fix it if it turned out that like something broke. That's one thing. I think the only issue ever that I've had with AutoRig Pro that I couldn't really fix and that I had to do a really stupid workaround was that I had set everything up. I was literally about to export the model to Unity, and then I realized that I'd started the modeling with the wrong axes. 100% a me issue, but I could not for the life of me figure out with AutoRig Pro's rig how to rotate it to a like different axes. I think I started modeling it on let me have a look. So you know how for Unity you're usually recommended to model on -y? where you have X to each side. I think I started with X minus X or plus X on the front, and that was causing a bit of an issue. So I haven't made that mistake again, but what I want is to learn how to go beyond what Odrig Pro gives. That's fair. That's fair. I mean, the reason I rig stuff from scratch is that I can't pay for add-ons because I'm poor. It's got its disadvantages and advantages. That makes sense. I don't think Odrig Pro is necessarily required. Like, you can, as you said, create stuff from scratch and it will be just fine. You'll probably learn more about the process itself and what works for you and what doesn't work for you through doing it from scratch. And I do want to eventually learn how to do it myself as well with all the shapes and stuff like that. But at the moment, I'm just like prioritizing time because I'm able to afford buying the add-on, I guess. It was a nice way for me to just focus on the modeling and the texture and not so much on the actual rigging part, especially because I don't do much with the rigs. I might pose them, but I don't do animations or anything in Blender. So it wasn't like a necessity. I just wanted to like get out the door. And the Odrig Pro exporter is also really nice. I've heard people having issues with the default Blender exporter. I think there are like specific settings you need to use to get it like exported into Unity and stuff. And I think you can do them with Blender's normal exporter, but it does have a tendency, based on what I've heard, to crap to bed sometimes. I think there's also like an actual plugin that's literally just that you can buy just to like improve the exporting, which is crazy. I think it's like called like FBX Better Exporter or something. What I've just realized is I haven't put shading in any of these, so we're just gonna select, I don't even think body has shading, so we're gonna select everything except for this one, and then we're gonna change the shading to multi-layer math, which looks like it's changing for all. I don't know. Hang on, let's get the light. Yes, so there's shading everywhere. That's good. Obviously the normals are not amazing. They're really not amazing, but that's fine. I haven't edited the normals or done any like sphering or anything at all, so we don't have to necessarily worry about it. Ever considered exploring the seas? Personally, I only want to explore the seas when it's like a mega billionaire corporation that don't really give a shit about its user base, but I still want to try their product or use their product. I think you can get yourself in a bit of a hot water if you explore the seas with like from like indie developers and just like people making really nice plugins. That could put you in a bit of a not so great position. I've just realized the shading on the hair here is not so great, so I think it literally just needs like a sharp or something to fix it. We can look into that though. The same goes here. I don't know why they look like that, but that's fine. What I'll do is I'll just do fix weird shadows on, what is it called? Ponytail. Yeah, so that's fine. And I think for everything else looks okay. The shadow color at the moment is a very like gray color. I'm very confused. Oh, never mind. Well, actually, no, I am confused. Why is this normal? Like, so I have a shadow that goes here, but for some reason, the body shadows the other area. That doesn't seem right. Or is it right? I don't know. I think I'm losing my mind. Anyways. Yeah, it all looks okay. Let's see. Did I export these correctly? I did. So there's a bit of possibly correctly. I'll have to see if I put the filter on to get it to export right. But it does seem that it has picked up the seam shading, which is good. It's not the most beautiful looking thing in the world, but where are you? You're up here. There is definitely normals on there. All right, cool. And then what do the feet look like? For signs. Yeah, you'll see everything is like separate mesh at the moment because that's how I set it up for Substance Painter. So to make it so that it wouldn't like freak out. Okay, so it does have a little bit of like that toe definition, but I think I do want to set it so that this is like semi-transparent because I think that will look really nice. So I need to figure out how to do that. I think people use Fresnel for that. My only concern is if I do that now, it's going to apply to like everywhere. Well, the bottom outfit anyway, so it should be fine for everything else. If I do, it's called Fresnel Alpha, wasn't it? How does it work? Do I need to have, oh, yeah, cutout is so like weird. I don't know how to make it be normal, you know? And this is like semi-transparent, but oh wait, I wonder if the Fresnel is causing any. I'll have to look it up because I don't remember how like the specific settings and how this works at the moment. But yeah, I want to get like a semi-translucent, I think, and then we'll have to put a mask on so that it only affects the thigh highs. Yes. Okay, cool. Let me just like re-invert that again. So it has put the, so we're in cutout now, and it has put the dithering on. Why I didn't do that earlier? Something like that looks nice. Looks cute. All right, I'm gonna have a quick sip. I'm from a poor country, didn't even have the option to pay even if I wanted. Only now that I'm in China, I can, but most shops don't work. Most shops don't work. Also, I was only saying that from a perspective of if you explore the seas, get like plugins and stuff that you use to create models, like things you'll profit from, it might not be taken lightly if you then get not exposed, but caught doing it by the creators, because everyone is kind of in like the same sphere, like the same industry. If it's like online work and stuff like that, it might just not lead you to have happy people if you get caught doing it, is what I'm trying to say. I'm not in the position to judge anyone for doing anything with the C's, regardless of what it is, but personally I wouldn't do it to like indie developers and people making plugins, like one-man team, basically anyone who isn't like a mega billionaire and is called Adobe. I wouldn't probably do it too. Oh, and EA of course, but yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna have a quick sip. So what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so I have a fizzy drink today. I have a Fanta fruit twist. I'm trying to limit it to just the weekend, even though it's like a zero sugar version, because I'm just, I guess, trying to drink less fizzy. And I've been like semi-successful, not as I can't speak, not as successful as I'd like, but fun fact, Adobe products are the fastest to get released in the seas. I can't believe that. I feel like there's so many people out there who have a passion for just trying to fuck Adobe over. So I can 100% believe that. And I can kind of understand it as well. It being Adobe and all. I feel like we might need a shadow map on the shoes as well, but I don't recall fully. I think this looks pretty good so far though. I don't have any like complaints about the texture. I think maybe the line art on this bit is a bit thick, but I think because we haven't put any line art on any of them, it maybe looks just a little bit off. Like it doesn't look exactly right. So what we can do is we can just, oh my god, slap some line art on just to see how that would look. I think the export, it's not exported right in terms of size. at the moment. This size is probably good. And what we'll do is we'll just do main text blend at the moment. Yes, some parts you'll see that outline don't work as well, and they need to be smaller. But I think that is honestly an export issue. Because I haven't exported with AutoRig Pro, I've exported with FBX here. So I'm gonna re-export it with AutoRig Pro, and then probably gonna have to mess with the outline size anyway. And then you'll see that stuff like this mess up. So for the eyes, we need to, if I can select it. Wait, head. Oh, okay, hang on. I think we'll turn off outline on the head because that's causing issues with our setup with the culling. So I think this is fine. I don't think we need outlines on it anyway. Usually you want to mask outlines from certain areas, like the mouth. Outlines aren't that great. And also I need to make sure that I've selected this. Where is it? I'm gonna put rewrite on, and then I'm gonna do legacy blend shape normals. I don't have any blend shapes on at the moment, but they do like to fuck around with outlines for some reason based on the experience I've had. I don't know why it happens. It just kind of does. But yeah, this looks a little bit better. I think we'd have to get like outline textures to make it look really good. But I do think that maybe the black outline is a little bit strong on the gold. We are also going to do matte caps on this. So I don't have a mask for what this will look like right now. But if we just do matte cap, like we'll just turn the matte cap on to show you like what it's going to kind of sort of look like. And then I'll just find one. Like we'll just do like a, ooh, not like that. Like this, maybe? It's a little bit darker at the moment because of the shadow map. But we'll just use like this for now. And that's like the type of like shading it will have on like the earrings. And stuff like that. So yeah, I think that will look good. So let me just turn that makeup off for now because we don't have a mask that tells it to only affect the areas I want it to affect yet. I need to make that. But that's generally the deal, I'd say. And same with this one. I'll put the same matte cap on here as well. And we're gonna get a matte cap for the crystal bit as well. I think that will look nice. But yeah, I think we're getting there. Do you know how to make SDF shadow masks for the faces? Not yet. I was gonna look into it for a different model. I do want to set it up on this model. I just haven't actually learned how to do it yet. But as far as I know, because I did find a video that they were showing how to do it, and basically it seems quote unquote as easy as just drawing with a black and white mask different portions of light and shadow based on angles, and then I think you can use an SDF generator tool to combine them all to make the map. But it starts off, this is purely based on one video that I watched, and I was like, okay, this makes sense. And then I was going to rewatch it. Oh, that looks nice. And then I was going to rewatch it once I wanted to do it fully or do it properly. But basically, the simplest way to do it is basically by putting, like, just doing black on all the UVs, like on the face. And then you draw with white where you want the light to hit. So the black will basically be the shadow and the white will be the non-shadow bit. And then you just like do X amount of, I don't know if it's like 12. I feel like I've heard the number 12, but I don't know if it's like you have to make 12 or you can do as many as you want to then combine it. And then once you combine it, it will make one in and then you can just put it in. Now, the only thing about SDF shadow that I've heard, and please correct me if I'm wrong because I've just heard this, is that you can't make it have like shadow from the bottom or from the top. It will be shadow that goes across the face. So just to illustrate with my not so smooth normals on the face here, Where's my tail? I've just realized. Oh, it's there. Okay. So based on the way I've understood it is you can make the, hang on, let me try and adjust the, yes, so it's kind of like this. So you can make it like the shadow go from like around it. You see the little sun in the background that rotates. You can basically do that. But what you can't do, as far as I know, and again, please correct me if I'm wrong, is, how is this one global? I'm confused. Is do stuff like, it's like tilted, and that's annoying me. This is not, I'm confused. Center? How do I get it to act normal? What the hell? Okay, so you can't do it to do stuff like this. You can't have it go up and down, as far as I know. So that means no scary mood like this with scary lights. You can only really have it go side by side. But if there is a workaround to that, please let me know, because that would be amazing, I think. But it's really good for lighting that goes across your face like this. Once you made it. Actually, it's not too bad. Like it's very like straight on the middle here. And then it's only like this shape like in between here that it's like super bad. But you know what? That isn't really that bad at all. Oh, and it's good for making that like tiny pocket of light, which you could see in a lot of anime where it will be like, is it where like the shadows here and then there's like a tiny pocket of light here that shows like the highlight on top of your cheek? I don't know if it's like rooted in actual like this, that's how it works, but yeah, I think this is good. Now the only thing is I've just realized I'm putting Payomi in all of this, but I'm probably going to end up using Portatune for Rudo. I guess this is a VR chat file, so for VR chat I have to use Payomi. Well, I don't have to, but out of those two choices I have to use Payomi. I won't be able to use Portatune as far as I know, so I guess I can just set it up for Payomi first and we can get it all like good looking, and then I'll see how much I can replicate out of the things that I put on in Portatune, and if I can't, then I'll use Payomi until, I guess, further notice, until there's an update or until I find a workaround or anything like that. I think that's probably the best way to approach it. But I do think that looking at this, it seems fairly okay and good. There's a few like weirdness going on with the outline that we'll have to fix, but that will probably be fixed with a proper export using Autorig Pro. So I'm not very concerned. I do think that everything does look pretty good though. So very happy about that. We're also going to put rim light on. So we had a rim light, but we wanted to do like a proper rim light, like something that's more like this, but sharper, like so. And we're going to do that on all of them. Well, not all of them. I don't like to put all these effects on the face, but because we don't want it to look weird from like the neck up. Like you can see here how it just kind of disappears and it looks a bit weird. Same with the rim light. I might do a mask where I erase it from the neck so that it like smoothly transitions. That is very strong. I think this is better. I do like a good rim light, I'm not gonna lie. And that's why I want to use Portatune, because it has really good shadows and rim light. Also notice anime faces are either mostly in light or mostly in shadow on the side. Yeah, I think that's what the SDF map is really good for. That type of stylized shading. I'm still not sure if I want to go for rim lights in my style or not. I mean, try it. If it doesn't look good, if you don't like it, it's usually just like a click of a button to remove it. The best approach is just like trying it to see if it's for you and your style. I think a solid rim light could work. I wonder if you could even... I wonder if you can do anything with the rim light, like to make it more like low poly style. You might be able to do a mask, so you might be able to do like a jagged line if that is what you were looking for. I think there are also other effects on here that are probably beneficial for you if you wanted to put your model in Unity and have more of like a not a pixel style, but like low poly style that you usually have. I say low poly very lightly. Your style is more low poly than mine, but it's not like 2 triangles at most. Right, we're gonna take a break and then we're gonna go back into Substance Painter and do some texturing. Maybe finalize one of the hairstyles. That would be amazing. And then once we're done with the textures, we can literally just jump into Blender, do the shape keys, and do our first test. But that probably won't be today, realistically. Right, I'll see you guys very soon. We're gonna take a break. I'm pausing everything so nothing's missed, don't worry. And perfect time to have a snack. BRB! Hello, welcome. Oh wait, hang on, wrong scene. Hello, welcome back. I keep forgetting I have this scene. I need to use it more often. Did anyone get anything nice to eat? I didn't. I instead had a sip of my very little Fanta, and then now I have like a slurp left, and that's it. I don't really plan these breaks very thoroughly, to be honest. I gotta look into lip syncing poses so I can then get them into Unity and look at all the 5 trillion different features Payomi has. That's fair. Lip syncing poses. Do you mean the A, I, E, O, U? The Japanese ones? Like the vowels? I should get some tea in a bit, not gonna lie. Oh, can you get me some too, please? Thank you. What tea are you getting? I've been having like a herbal tea lately, and it's okay, but it really does not beat like a tea, you know, like a cup of tea, like a British tea, you know. Like the herbal teas, I think I just need to get another flavor to try a couple different ones out. But the one I had is like lemony, and it's nice, but it isn't like I want like a biscuity sweet tea, you know. Yeah, the poses for the mouth for vowels, and there are some for consonants, right? So I think it depends like what type of system you are using it for. So in Naruto, for example, you can have lip sync, which, hang on, I don't know if I have it on mine actually. Let me try. Hello, testing. No, okay, so they used to be on, but I don't know why I stopped using them. But basically, those only require A, I, E, O, U. Sorry, A, I, E. Yeah, A, I, E, O, U. So that's 5. A, I, E, O, U. Yeah, 5. And it should be able to make lip sync like formations based on that. But it's not the most accurate, I'd say. But it is what used within MMD, I think. Now, you're also expected to make blend shapes for like actual face expressions. And like if you're using tracking like I use ARKit, so I have 52 blend shapes. And then I also have AIEOU on, and then I also have the same blend shapes but just translated in Japanese for expressions. So it doesn't use the ARKit ones in Japanese, I don't think. They have their own specific naming convention. But at the minimum, I would say do AIEOU, maybe like a few expressions, maybe blinking. Blinking is a nice one. In VRChat, when you set your model up there, it will ask you for more than just AIEOU. It will ask you for like FF and stuff like that. But I think, if I remember correctly, there's a program called, not program, sorry, a Blender plugin called Cats. I don't know if it's still in development or if it even is available for the newest Blender versions, but it used to be for the older ones. And I think for those, you could select your AIEOU vowels, and then it would generate VRChat specific ones with the VRChat naming scheme based on those. Again, it wouldn't be the most accurate because you'd give it limited information, right? But it's something you can do just to like get started, and then you can work on making more if you really wanted to. But yeah, you don't really need that. You honestly, unless you have like, unless you want to see your model speak or like blink or anything, like if you just want to test shaders, like right now this one doesn't have any. I say this one as if you can see it, but the one in Unity doesn't have any blend shape, so I can just chuck it in there, work on my materials, work on my shaders, and like it won't really be a problem. Of course she can't speak, so if you like put her into VRChat or Naruto, it's gonna look a bit weird, the fact that she like just does this, like she can't do anything else. So obviously it's nice to have blend shapes, but they can be very time consuming if you haven't made them before. And then it's like the specific shapes, but there's a lot of good references out there about what they should look like. And then there's also very good references on what they should look like from an anime perspective, or what some people recommend they look like. Because sometimes the realistic examples they provide is a bit hard to replicate and still have it look cute in anime style. But it will probably be easier in more like a cartoon style, because you can just simplify them. They don't have to be like super accurate in terms of how they look and stuff like that, if that makes sense. But yeah, you can make one. You can make some if you want. For blinking as well, if you make blinking ones, you only need to make both eyes blinking. You can also just quickly separate them into left blink and right blink. But I think for VR chat, if you want blinking, they just ask for one blink shape, which is both eyes blinking. And then what I'd also recommend if you want to have like an easy expression is to do blinking, but then make it like one of these. Not as badly made as mine, but these are two blend shapes. So this is my blink, and this is my happy eyes that get triggered when I smile. Setting it up is a whole different ballpark. It's not difficult, but it's just extra work. So just to keep it simple and basic to start off with when you're jumping in, I would just recommend making like one for blink, one for happy blink, maybe one for smile, and then the AIEOU ones, because then you can set up expressions in VR chat that get triggered by what type of finger position you're doing. That sounds weird. You know what I mean? Like the controller. Actually, you might not know what I mean. I don't know. Have you ever played VR chat before, Mio? Also, I'm gonna finish my drink. So for anyone who doesn't know what I mean with the finger position, if you've never played VR chat before, you can set expressions to be specific controller inputs on your VR headset. You can also do it on desktop, so you can trigger them on desktop as well, but they're much harder to trigger in desktop. Now each headset will have different controller layouts. So unfortunately, because I have the Quest, one input is like just holding the finger on the joystick on my controller. And if I do that, I do an expression. And what's really unfortunate is a lot of models that I've put on VR chat will have that type of expression set to tongue out, which looks ridiculous because I'm just relaxing my thumb and just having it like hovering it or holding it onto the joystick, and I'm just like sticking my tongue out, which I hate. I don't know why people do that, but I wonder if that's because that expression will be a different controller input or output in like an index controller, you know? So yeah, just stuff like that to think about. But you can just set it to whatever you want, what basically works best for you. And if you don't have a VR headset, you don't need to set any at all, or you could just set it to like the easiest key to trigger, if that makes sense. I have, but don't know much about like making models. I've only made the most basics of setups. That's fair. I think VR chat setup is, once you've done like 1 or 2 or 3, for just like majority of things, it's really easy to set up. And I would also recommend using or looking into VRC Fury for some more advanced stuff, because it kind of just handles all of it for you. One of those things. Oh my god. One of those things being Gogoloco. It's not super difficult to set up, but if you just want an easier way to do it, you install VRC Fury, you install Gogoloco, and then you drag and drop the prefab from Gogoloco, which belongs to VRC Fury, onto your model, and that's it. You don't need to do anything else. VRC Fury just handles the rest, which is really nice. Can you tell? I like shortcuts, and I like doing things really quickly without doing anything at all. But VRC Fury is generally just a really nice plugin as well. You can also set up expressions with VRC Fury without having to touch any animators or anything, which is nice. Of course, super duper complex things like custom stuff, you might have to actually learn how to use Unity, which can be fun or very frustrating depending on who you ask. But I was gonna say it's not that complicated, but I've also not set up anything super complicated. But a lot of the things that VRC Fury handles for me now, I used to set up manually before, and it was a little bit confusing the first couple times I did it. So yeah, I would recommend VRC Fury. It also, if I remember correctly, easily sets up sus stuff if you were interested in that. I don't think you are, but I'm just putting it out there. It also does have support for that, which is nice. For no reason at all. Right, I'm gonna swap the scene. Alright, we're back. Okay, so I'm in uni at the moment, but I'm gonna swap over to Substance. And we're gonna do some dextering. Right. There we go. Oh, I need to get my tablet. It's right here. So, I've just been very brave today and downloaded the newest driver literally while the stream was on. So we're gonna try it and hopefully it should just work. If not, we're gonna just spend all stream troubleshooting. Yay! I don't think it's gonna come to that though. I think it'll be fine. I feel like I haven't had a lot of scuffness lately. Like, I have the general scuffness, but I don't have like anything extreme. And I feel like now that I've said that, I'm gonna get the extreme scuffness. So we'll see. But I realized that I was a bit stupid before. My keyboard it supports wired and wireless. And before, when I used my tablet, I used to have to like put all the cables like on top of each other, and it was really messy and I couldn't really type on the keyboard because all the cables were on top. I don't really have to worry about that anymore because I realized I can just unplug the keyboard. Oh my god, I can't plug this tablet in, hang on. So I've just done that. It doesn't last forever without a cable, but I think it should be fine. I think it's only when I like, if I leave it unplugged and then I go to, like, I log off and turn it off and then I don't realize I had to turn off my keyboard manually. It doesn't have like a idle feature. It just kind of dies. So yeah. Let me just get the, there we go. I have the glove. All right, cool. So I said we're working on the hair, right? I think. Yeah, I think we're working on the hair. I'm quite excited and also not excited to start working on the shape keys because I haven't decided what type of shape keys I want. B, how many shape keys I want. C, I don't really want to have to go through and make them all. What we're going to do is we're going to use a plugin called Faceit to do like a base generation of them because it bases off face bones. But something that always I can never get looking right is blink because of it's like an anime blink. It's not the same as a normal blink where the eyelid goes like around the eye. So that will be fun. But I'm hoping just to have a general base for the rest. It probably will end up being more cleanup or more like cleanup needed than without doing it, like just doing it from scratch. But I think it's just like my typical workflow at the moment, and it doesn't take a long time to just fix it all, so it should be okay. But usually I try and leave it as non-destructive as possible, but I think we're just gonna be destructive when I work on mine, because I can just fix it if I need to. All right, cool. Let's see if this works. My driver is open. I think I should have support for the wheels now, which is why I wanted to put it on. I don't know how I put them on. It's the only thing. Where are the key? Like, where are the? How do I do it? I hope my tablet supports it, but I don't know if it is. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 buttons, so I know it's not those. There's 2 pen bindings, which is on my pen. There's an eraser binding, but I don't have an eraser, so that doesn't count. Maybe it's not from my tablet. I'm gonna check. I think they've updated their website, so it's open tablet driver. And then I think my tablet's like Q630 or something. Yeah, because there was a GitHub. Oh no, wait, was that the later version? Ah, it's the version after. No. Oh, damn. I just read, oh yeah, it supports wheels now. And my brain was like, yes. No, I still can't use the wheels. That's a shame. I can use the buttons, but that's fine. I have my stream deck where everything's already set up, so that one has wheels, so I don't really need to worry, but oh, that's a shame. My bad. I should have read. Should have learned how to read. All right, cool. That's fine. We can just move on from that. Let's see. Yes, so substance painter is here. Okay, so back hair. Just as a little reminder for myself, this is the hair that we worked on after and the kind of style we're going for. I might go back in and add more detail later, but I think having it be like this for now is fine. And I think I do want to add, you see a little bit of like the pink stuff that I did here. It's in one of the layers. I'm going to add that as well to the back, I think. But I want to just move on and do like the base layers for the other piece of hair, because then I can better decide what I'm actually doing. Now, one thing I did want to look at, and I'll just quickly look at this in Unity. You guys won't be able to see it, but that's fine. Just like trying to hide a few layers here. It was, what was it that I wanted to look at? I don't actually know. I'm looking at it now and I cannot tell you what I wanted to check out. Oh, I think it was the shadows. Let me just see. Yeah, I can't. Oh no, it was the vents. It was the vents. Yeah, so with Payomi, the vents are not there. The vents are there, but the shadow isn't there. So I think we should, for the Payomi version, we should paint them on or use it as a part of a shadow map. And then for the potato tune, that's the one. We will not do that. We will remove it. So as long as we keep it in a separate layer, it should be fine. Let's see. Okay, cool. So let me do, should we do back hair 1? Yeah, we'll do back hair 1. It feels like it's going to be the easiest one to do, or the quickest one to do rather. Let me just get the layer, because we'll just like slap that on, and then we're gonna erase. Yeah, we're gonna erase the mask. Ooh. Well, that's not what I wanted to do. Clear mask. Oh, actually, we probably want to keep this one as a good base. So I think we're just going to erase it manually. I think that's probably easier. Wait a minute. Hang on. Oh, never mind. Okay. For some reason in my brain, I was like, oh, but what if 0.68 is already out, which is like the driver version I want? It isn't. I don't know why I thought it would be. Now, is this... Okay, so this is not symmetrical. We're going to keep it symmetrical for the shading bit here, I think, for now anyway. But it's not symmetrical for this, which I guess is why it doesn't look the same. So that's good. That's quite good for us to know. Because I think that will make it a bit easier for us to do what we want. We can have an asymmetrical thing for this hairstyle then instead. I think that sounds quite good. So I'm just going to do like a general base shading here, and then we're going to go in and erase and make it a bit nicer looking after. I think bringing it up to like here is probably fine. Now, the only thing is this one is double-sided. So on the short hair, we didn't really need to worry because a lot of it wouldn't show. I just don't know what type of, like what I want to do with it, because that will be what's actually visible to like people all the time. So we do want something there. I just don't exactly know what yet. But we should be able to figure that out, so I'm not concerned. I think it would probably just be like similar style of shading maybe. Like that sounds like the best approach. I do like this like triangle. It's not a triangle, but it's like a triangle shape, you know? I also don't know what I want to do with the tail, because I think usually when I see like VTubers and stuff have a tail and they have like a tail visible, they'll have the tail similar to what I used to have, which was the tail would just go like straight up almost, and it will like sway from left to right. And I do like that look a lot, because if you put it downwards, you're not going to really be able to see it much unless you're showing like the full body, which you don't usually do on Twitch because it would take up the entire screen, right? But I don't know. I could do like a toggle, which is what I did for Lucy's model. Like that is possible. Am I using the right brush? I don't feel like I am. Like, why is it like... No, that feels much better. I don't know what I was using earlier, but... So I guess I could just do a toggle. It wasn't like that complicated to do that, so I think I'll be fine, but... I've also seen... So someone said they wanted like an S, which is more like a traditional cattail. I just don't know if it will look that good for like, I think it's probably better looking for like thinner cattails rather than the thick one, like the thick one that I have. I say thick one, mine's just like a baseball bat, but you know what I mean. Like I think it's just gonna look better. If I just have it like down or up, and then I just have like some kind of swaying animation. I could also set it up with just Rudo, but I think I want to do like a custom animation. Not that it's gonna do much, but it just means it's consistent. A baseball bat tail. It honestly does look like a base. Hang on, where is it? It's just baseball bat shaped. Hello, Appo. Welcome in. Hello, you can call me Appo if it's easier. No worries. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. I'll try and remember. I'm not the greatest at remembering preferred names, but I will try my best. But yeah, it is just kind of baseball shaped, so I could use it as a weapon, I guess. A weapon of mass destruction. I'm good, but I have a question. What's your question? Also, I'm glad to hear that you're doing well as well. I hope the weather is like really nice for everyone. The weather's like okay here. It's a bit warm, but I have put the AC on because it was way too warm. I'm gonna turn it off now though. I don't know if you can hear that beep actually. It goes beep. I think because now I'm using SteelSeries GG again, I don't know what actually gets picked up or not. I think most things do not get picked up, which is great. There was also an update to the program. I don't know what changed. I'm gonna open it to have a look now, actually. I don't think there's gonna be anything that I care about that's changed. Would you mind looking at some new OCs I've made? They are in a Google Doc, so I would have to post a link, so could I? What would be the purpose of sharing the OCs? Like, do you want feedback or critique or something on them? Because if so, I would recommend uploading them to Imgur and posting the Imgur link, and I'm happy to have a look. Or joining the Discord and posting it in like a media channel or something. What is that emote? I've just realized. Glorp. Is that cat? The alien cat? I didn't realize what it was. I thought it was like a vegetable or something. It's the alien cat. You have a 2D art channel for that now? Yeah, but if it's, I feel like 2D art channel, to me, like, I don't really care where people post what, as long as it's like, wait, I don't even have a Nazi for Work channel. No, I don't. If I had a not safe for work art channel, I would want people to post not safe for work stuff in there. But other than that, I don't really care where people post what. Feedback, but I've been going from streamer and only 2 people have actually looked at them. I'm not super comfortable a Google Doc link just being posted. But just because of security concerns. But if you did want to share it, you could put it on Imgur, and I'm happy to have a look. Or happy for you to join the Discord and just post it there if that's easier. Hello, Rendix. Welcome in. Thank you for your time. No worries. Thank you so much for stopping by. And if you're staying, that's also perfectly fine, and I appreciate that a lot. I'm making Lego Luma. Lego Luma? Like actual Lego Luma? Like actual Lego pieces? Imgur? Yeah, so Imgur, if you are not familiar with it, is a image hosting site. I think anyone can just upload to Imgur, as far as I know. I'd be comfortable if you upload it to Imgur. I'd be happy to have a look. No 3D? Oh, wait, are you making a model then? A Lego model would be sick. Because then you don't even have to worry about like having all the pieces. You could just make it. Wait, okay, hang on. Are you making it in the style of like if you had real Lego, you'd like put the pieces together? Or are you making the style of like a Lego person? Does that make sense? Like, are you building it as if it was like in Minecraft? Or are you building it as if it was like I don't know how to explain it. You know, like the Lego movie where they have like the Lego people are different from like Lego figurines and stuff like that. A Lego person. Oh, that's so cool. Is it gonna be like, can you like, or can Luma use it on like stream and stuff? Like, will it be like VTuber ready? Or is it more like a figurine? I remember seeing like this VTuber. Well, I don't know if they class themselves as VTuber, but it was like this person who has like a Lego model, like a 3D model, like a person-based one. But they do like mocap stuff, and it looks really cool. I make a base at Becca bricks, then I change the texture on the mesh. That's really nice. Never heard of Becca bricks before. Is that like an online Lego building tool? I'm having a look at it now. What was it called? Becca bricks. Oh, Mecha bricks. It's the first web service to publish and display 3D models made with Lego bricks. No need to install any plugin. It simply works. Wait, that's cool. Yeah, online Lego modeling. That's really cool. I like building with Lego, like physical Lego, but Lego prices are not for the people who don't have disposable income. Like, it's very expensive. I don't think it should be that expensive personally, but it is very expensive. Especially like their adult sets, like the ones where it's like a movie scene, or it's like clearly built for like not kids to build, because it's like very tiny pieces and stuff like that. They know people have like, or some people have money to spend and they do want to spend it on it, so I get it. But like there was like a Pokemon one which I think looked really cool, but it was like tons of money. It can be used as a PNG model because I don't know how to rig. That's fair. That is fair. I think that is incredibly, like, if it's a fan art model, I think that's incredibly sweet to do, even if it's just used as like a PNG model, because it's like PNG models are super useful for like collabs and just like if you don't have a super powerful computer and you still want to stream. I assume Luma does have quite relatively strong computer because she's using Naruto. But it's nice for like when you don't have tracking available or anything like that, or you're doing collabs. It's nice to have them on showing on like people's, like other people's screen basically. I'm back. Welcome back. Just working on the back hair texture at the moment. I think I need to stop doing so much pillow shading and just do like bigger and stronger shapes, because at the moment it feels very the same. I also don't know what I'm gonna do with this. I think I should probably split this into like this. Let me just wait, what is that? I'm confused. So let's duplicate oh, did you send a link? Hang on, let me get it up. Sorry, I have to give permit for people to post links, otherwise they get deleted, but I can still see it. So I'm gonna have a quick look for you. Oh, hang on, I need to just put my VPN on. So unfortunately, Imgur is a great website, but unfortunately it is not visible in the UK. Oh, they look really nice. So did you say these were your OCs? Were they made with like a pick crew or something? Because I think the last two, they look very similar in the pose. But they look really cool. I love the designs. Hang on. The blonde one is a more lower accurate version of me. Oh, okay. It has a lot of piercings. Do you have that IRL as well? I think my favorite out of them, I don't know what type of feedback you were looking for, but I'd say my favorite, also what I'll do is I can just post with pink purple, like it's usually like a color that doesn't get used a lot, but it does look really nice. And I like the butterfly as well. And the horns. Zenidora rating her viewers OC. I mean, I'm not gonna give a score because I feel like that can hurt people. I don't want to do that. But I'm more than happy to have a look at people's OC and look at the things that I like the most of the designs. Where are your OCs, Zenny? My OCs. Oh, thank you so much for the follow, Apo. Thank you. Also, thank you so much for sharing your OCs with us. My OCs are buried in the garden, to be honest. Hypothetically. They haven't made, like, I guess my VTuber design is my OC, pretty much. I haven't really made any OCs in the last couple of years because I'm not the one to create them. Like, I just draw existing characters, if that makes sense. So, but yeah, you could say that my 1.0 and my 2.0 are OCs in a way. I dislike the term OC. Oh, why, Demo? Tell me, why do you dislike it? I'm gonna make a guess, actually. I'm gonna make a guess that you dislike it because technically all characters are OCs because someone made them. Like, all fictional characters, basically. Is that my guess? Like, or maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. Because that isn't, yeah, because all characters are OCs. Oh my god, I knew it. I've heard that before, like that description of it before. And I think I do agree with it. Like, technically all characters are OCs by someone. It doesn't necessarily just have to be one person. It could be like a whole team creating them. But it does start with, usually it starts with one person having an idea, right? So, you know me so well. I feel like we've had this conversation before. Maybe that's why I remembered. But yeah, if I do ever make any OCs, I will share them with the class. But then that means I have to draw. I'm not gonna call them C's. Why not? You're not gonna call them characters? We have? Okay. I was right for once. Yay! I was correct. Very happy about that. Senny, check out my C. That, oh my god, I've just realized what you said. My god. Anyways. No, but I very much envy the people who can just like spit out OCs like this. No tomorrow, you know? People who just have like design. They have a brain for design. I think anyone can learn design, but they have just like that whimsy about them that just allows them to just make designs as they go. I think people who make adoptables, they have that whimsy, and I think it also ties in with like they're able to like they use references and stuff, and they'll make outfits and nice looks based on like the references and the idea they have in mind. But I just don't think I have the patience for it. It sounds so wrong. It really does. It really fucking does. Bought courses for that and never started them. Why? Why didn't you start them? Also, as I said, I think it can be learned. Like you can get far by just learning it. But it's something about like the people who have like mega passions for creating like world building and characters and design, and like some people will call this cringe, but I often see people have like they'll make like video edits, or like they'll make like edits like they would about a show or a video game of their own character, and I just love that. Or they'll make like animation memes are basically built off of people's OCs, and I think that's really cool. Don't get me wrong, I don't like all the designs always, but I envy that passion, I guess. Oh shit, I forgot what I was gonna do. I got completely distracted. Alright, so I'm gonna duplicate this, and then what I wanted to do is I wanted to just do the entire bit here as that color. And the same goes for this bit. So I want like these two layers to stack on top of each other to be, oh shit, wait, it's not done it. Hang on. No, wait, not that one. Not that one. I've just realized. Well, no, actually that one. I will do that one. Wait, can I maybe do this easier? I can. Oh my god. Okay, so we'll do just on this one first. So we'll just like do all of these. Is that all of them? I think so. And then I'll duplicate it. And then this one will be reverse. And then we'll do all the front ones. I think that probably works well. Yeah. And then what we need to do is we need to clean up the... oh shit, which one is that? Oh, this one. We need to clean up the layers from... Hang on, let me just fix this. Yeah, okay. That one doesn't have any, so that's good. Yeah, we need to clean it up from here. Oh shit. I cleaned up too much. Okay, that's still good. Is that one good? I don't know. Oh no, this one isn't. Hang on, let me just turn off symmetry. Yeah, this one isn't like completely cut, so I'm gonna have to... Wait, what? Oh, okay. I'll have to tackle that one separately, I think. But are the other ones all good? No, not yet. I think they're fine so far. Is okay, that's the one. Yes, I think. Oh, wait. I think most of them are cleaned up now. Yeah, okay. So if we put these on. I feel like I should just erase this one and do that one again. So what one was this for? This one was for this, right? Oh, wait, hang on. So we haven't done... Okay, I'm gonna make this super easy on myself. I'm just gonna turn that off. And there we go. Fixed. To focus on Blender? That's fair. That's fair. I don't blame you in the slightest to be too focused on Blender, to be honest. In my personal opinion, Blender's a lot more fun. But again, it's because I don't have that driving passion for designing. Yeah, this one also isn't. That's fine. We can fix that one up manually. I'll just leave these on for now, and it should be okay. That should look a lot more cleaned up now. So I'm better at more realism than that. So if you look me up on YouTube, I have some art videos. That's cool. I'm not going for realism at the moment, but if I did go for realism, I'll definitely try and look you up. I have made characters and worlds in my head for so long. Alas, translating them to the real world has always been impossible for me. So you're telling me you're the ideas guy, and then we need like a designer guy or woman. What's the equivalent of guy but as a woman? Gal? Is gal the right one? I feel like guy and woman doesn't sound right. It would be woman and man. Guy and gal. Maybe gal. Yeah, gal. Okay. Guyette. No. Gal sounds much better. Are you painting both sides of the face or is the hair thick? So it does have... So there's two... Basically, there's two sets of topology. You can see it if I go here. There's this and this layer. But they also both have thickness to them, like actual thickness. So I need to paint both sides, basically. I have to get back to work, but Sunny, once you're putting on live VTuber concerts, I'll be glad to operate them. Ah, thank you. I'll hold you hostage in that promise. Wait, is that the right phrase? No. I'll hold you to that? I think that's better. Yeah. I will remember. I'll put it in my calendar like an old woman. Hold you hostage. Okay, maybe that wasn't the right phrasing. I'll hold you to it. It's the phrase, I think. This name on YouTube, if you want to look me up, not my real name. All right, okay. I'll definitely look you up if I need to do more realism stuff, but I do want to make a like RTX basically version of my model at some point, but that's going to be very far in the future, I would say. I think I want to practice doing like just general like sculpting and stuff. I think I'd have to, well, I don't have to do anything, but I think it'll be beneficial for me to do sculpting and sculpting practices if I want to tackle a more like realistic model. Honestly, it'd be like a semi-realistic model. It wouldn't be like it wouldn't just be like me in the flesh. I can go around with that like 3D. You can like 3D scan things and then put into Blender. I'll just have Visu like 3D scan me into Blender, and then I'll just retouch it. I assume that's probably not exactly the way people do it, but that's probably something that some people do. I need a summer jacket. My current summer jacket is like 20 years old and shows it. Oof, 20 years old. That means you take care of your things. That's good. I literally just bought a new jacket the other day because I coming from Norway as if I just moved there like 2 weeks ago. No. But I was used to in Norway just having like big winter jacket and then like just wearing like hoodies or nothing. Not nothing. You get what I mean? Like no jackets in the summer. But I did buy myself a new jacket the other day because I needed to. It was for that event, the secret event that I told you guys what I did the skull for. It was for that, and the jacket's really nice. I like it, but it doesn't feel like me. I feel like I'm like growing up in my fashion sense, I guess. You know, this right here isn't very fashionable, you know. So I had to like grow up. No, I'm joking. I do not dress like this every day. Only for streams. Only for streams is when I dress up like this. This is like my stream outfit. Like something out of a PS2 RPG, like Final Fantasy. Oh my god, what number is that? Like 7? No, 8? No, 7. Or what kind of style are you thinking? But finding jackets that have a good feel is very hard. Oh, 100%. Hoodie life. I do like a good hoodie. I don't actually wear hoodies as much as I used to. Back when I was like young. Right now, I just like, well, I wear this, right? I wear this. Sunny, you work at home, you can dress up like anything you want and no one will ever know. That is true. Well, I do have to sometimes go on camera, which is scary. It's not that bad, to be fair. I always have a hoodie I can just put on, but I've never dressed up like as if I was going to an office at home. I can tell you that much because you're at home. Yes, I do. Like I do work at home, but I want to be comfy, you know. 7. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not very good with those type of numbers. You could wear your first Sona fursuit for work. Who told you I have a Fursona fursuit? What the hell? How'd you know? Huh? Thank you so much for the resubscription, Elder Rat. Hello. Resubscription for 16 months. My god, thank you. I hope you're doing well. Oh, thank you for the glasses. I look very cool now. I've always wanted a blazer. You should get one. 100%. You should get one. Wait, hang on. Elder, do you like my new house? This is my house. Welcome to my house. Do you like it? The chat box is a bit in the way, but this is my house. This is where I sit right now. Exactly like this. No difference. Nothing's changed. I have a plant that moves inside the house. Don't ask me why. Northern Lights stream. That's a compliment. I'll take it. You have a fursona? No, I don't. I have contemplated the idea of doing like a fursona version of my model. I think that could be cool, but no, I do not. I once drew because Sonic is really like, it's basically a fursona, right? People will disagree, but they're wrong. And I used to draw a lot of Sonic when I was younger, and I used to have my own Sonic OC. And I think one time I did draw her as a furry. Don't know why. Well, I didn't know that it was like furry. It was just like, ooh, animal, woman, lady. So maybe I'll make a Sonic version of my. Oh my god, I have so many possibilities. Right, we're going back to this. It is very clean, thank you. Why are you saying that as if you didn't expect it to be? What the hell? I've known a lot of furries. No, that makes it sound like you don't know them anymore. What happened to them? I know a few furries actually. They're chill. They're nice. I played WoW with a guy who had a really expensive fursuit. Like while he was playing WoW? Or just like in general? Did he ever like wear it while playing WoW, I feel like it would get very warm. Was Shadow in your OC and was it more accurate with him loving Latina? Hang on a minute. I drew Sonic OCs before that became a meme. Alright, I'm an OG, okay? I drew Sonic when I was like 8, okay? For many years. Very proud, well, not very proud of my drawings, they look like shit, but I did have like a specific character for a really, really long time. No, Shadow was not my OC, but I did base I did base my OC on Amy Rose, so you know. It's just canon event at this point. If you're young and you're a woman, you probably based your OC on Amy Rose or Blaze or something. Senny, aren't you like a cat or something with those ears and tails? So doesn't that kind of make you a persona? I don't think furries would agree. There's like a whole like specific image that I always think about, like how furry are you? And I think I'm on like the bottom scale because I only have like the ears and the tail. But there's this very specific cute style, which is like ears, tail, and then some animal-esque features that furries have, but not the full shebang, which is more like Sonic. Hang on, I'm gonna get the image back up. I'm gonna get the image back. I feel like I showed it like 2 streams ago, but I'm gonna get it. Furry scale. There we go. There's the furry scale. The only one I really recognize. But basically, I'm the first one. I'm on the bottom. I think number 2 is like Sonic. It's very Sonic-esque. It even has like the shape of like the mouth skin thing that all the Sonic characters have, even has that, but just says white instead of the skin color. The third one I feel like is more like the everyday furries at the moment. So I'm not too far away from the scale. No, Sonic is only 3. What, really? Why? What separates 2 and... Oh, I guess they don't wear clothes, do they? Yeah, except for Amy Rose, of course. So yeah, maybe 3 is more... You're right. 3 is more Sonic, I think. 2 is like a mix. And then 4 is like, I guess, furry. And then 5 is just like an animal in the woods. Or maybe like Pokemon. Like that could totally be a Pokemon. Yeah, but I'm on the bottom of this ladder, so I would not class myself as a furry, and I think furries would not class me as a furry, which is fine. My second original story was in an anthropomorphic fantasy universe with a cat and a dog getting isekai there. That's kind of cool. I like that. Also, thank you so much for the check-in, Apo. Thank you. And for the hydrate. I don't actually have anything to drink right now, but it is time to go on a break. So I might fill my bottle or glass with a bit of water. So we're gonna take a quick break. Don't worry, I'm gonna pause everything. You know how I said, oh, we should finish the hairstyles today? Big doubt. Extra doubt, I'd say. But maybe we'll finish one, if any. Is a lizard themed furry class as a furry, even if they have no fur, or is there a different name for reptiles? I don't actually know. That is a very interesting question. Are lizards furries? Are they called scalies or something? I feel like I've heard the word scalies. Yeah, so they're referred as scalies. Yeah, scalies, that's right. Yeah. Oh my god, I was right before Google even showed me the answer. That's crazy. What is like do fish furries exist? Are they just fishies? Are fish furries? Oh, fish sonas, fishies, or aqua furs. But they are... I don't feel like I see a lot of fish, like, furries. Which, if you think about it, it's kind of crazy considering how many, like, fish or aquatic VTubers there are. Like, there seems to be more of them than actual, like, furries that get, like, a fish-specific design. Do you know what I mean? Fungies? Is that, like... Well, mushrooms can't be furries. Fungies feels like a mushroom-specific furry. Alright, we're gonna take a break now. She is so smart. Thank you. Right, we're gonna take a break. I'm gonna send the drink, and I'll see you guys in like literally 3 minutes. All right? Cool. Don't worry. I'm not gonna. Sorry, I just realized I smirked, and it looks really good on the tracking. All right. I'll see you guys very soon. BRB. Feddies. Oh wait, hang on. Are birds furries? Google got confused. It didn't know what was going on. Apparently there's bug furries as well, and they're called crawlies. That's cute. Some people also call them avians for birds. This is just according to a Reddit thread. Anyways, imagine ant persona with a mushroom sticking out of its head. That is very specific. Do ants usually have mushrooms sticking out of their head? Oh, literally, you just said, what about insect furries? Oh my god. Yeah, crawlies. All right, we're gonna take the break now. Like, legit. For real, as the kids say. See you guys in 3 minutes. BRB. Wrong scene. Hello, welcome. Sorry, you totally didn't see me change to the wrong scene before there. Molly sounds like a name for a drug. I'm pretty sure it is a name for a drug. I can't even not try and attempt to pronounce any of those other names that you put. Crusties? What's a crusty? It sounds like a Greg sausage roll VTuber. Or a furry, I guess. We're talking about furries, weren't we? Oh, I want a Greg sausage roll right about now. Crustaceans. I feel like, am I gonna... Oh, crab people. I thought it was this type of insect that we looked up the other day. Not the other day. Months ago. And I just, didn't like looking at it. I think a crab VTuber would be cool. Is there crab furries? Oh my god, they do exist. Wait, that's actually sick. They have like really cool designs as well. Maybe I'll be a crab furry. Maybe I'll read the bio as a crab. I want to know if there's... Ooh. I'm not even gonna go... Well... There must be. Shrimps and lobsters are popular a bit. Hi, Chilky. Thank you so much for the check-in. Oh, so you know a lot about furries. Or have you just seen them around? I didn't know shrimps and lobsters were popular. I get lobsters would be. Yeah, that makes sense. But shrimp? All Animalia biological classifications? Oh, yeah. That explains why I would struggle to pronounce them. So I just got a trailer for a movie called Dollies. What's that? Dollies? I've not heard of that one. Is it good? Also, we're gonna continue on with some texturing. I'm just like relaxing because I ran up and down the stairs. Trying to get the water. I kind of ran out of time. Also, thank you so much for the check-in, Rendix. Thank you. I want to do something cool. Like, once you hit like X amount of check-ins, you get something for free. People love free shit, right? I love free shit. Maybe a little badge or something. Like, who I've checked. I've been here for X amount of check-ins, you know? Because you can only check in when I'm live. I don't think it allows you to check in while I'm offline. Seems like a horror B movie where people are chased by people who are dressed like giant dolls. To be fair, that would freak me out. I'm not gonna lie. I would be scared by that. Saying that, I feel like I'd be scared of like all horror movies. I get easily scared. Which is not like, I feel like that's like most people, but I don't think I've watched a horror movie in a really long time. I think I've played a horror game. Not lately, but I think the Song of Horror was the last one I played. But movie wise, I don't know. What's the last horror movie you watched? I'm not entirely sure. I remember 2 movies like fucked me up. One of them was Insidious. I don't know which one it was because I think Insidious is a couple of movies now. I don't think I watched them all. I think it was the first one. That one fucked me up. That scared the shit out of me. There was like a specific scene that just absolutely caught me off guard. And then there was another one. I don't remember what it was called, but basically it was, I think these people moved into like a house and there were like these old clips or like old like film or whatever. They were looking through maybe old photos, and then I think there was one specific scene in that one as well that just fucked me up bad. By fucked me up I mean scared. Like I just got really scared and my sleep kind of just wasn't there. But I don't remember what it was called. It was like a very popular at the time. So obviously Insidious was one of them. I'm gonna see if I can find it, and then we're gonna start texturing. I'm gonna lock in after that, alright? Last distraction allowed. It was called, let's see. They move to a house and get find film. Sinister? I think it was Sinister. Yeah, from 2012. Oh my god. Time has absolutely passed. Yeah, it was Sinister, I think, because I remember the cover, and the cover is nasty looking in itself. Yeah, there was like one specific scene that absolutely like scared the shit out of me. I don't remember what it was, but it was like, I think they were looking through the film stuff, and it was like a reflection or something that just, no, fuck that. I think it was Sinister. It follows true crime writer blah 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 who moves his family into a new house, the former home of a murdered family, and finds a box of Super 8 home movies in the attic that reveals a series of killings. I think it was that one, but I could be wrong. Oh, and the one under like in the catacombs in Paris, that one also like scared me. I think that has to be one of the later movies I've seen. Oh, all the horror movies are just like coming into my head now. There was one with the catacombs in Paris, that one, and then like that was like a found footage like documentary style, which was really scary. And then there was another one, I think people didn't like this one as much, which is fine, but it still scared me. It's the one where 2 kids are like going to their grandpa's house or something for the weekend, and then it turns out the grandparents are they're a bit like, yeah, they're a bit fucked. Those 2 were the latest ones I've seen, I think. What is the catacomb one called? Or movie about catacombs under Paris. I think it was under Paris. Oh, As Above, So Below. That one was from 2014. Oh my god, I haven't watched horror movies in a really long time. And then horror movie about kids who go to grandparents' house. The Visit, yeah. From 2015. Oh my god, yeah. I apparently watched a lot of horror movies around that time, but The Visit scared me as well. But then again, I'm not great with horror movies in general. They just spooked me a little bit. I get easily spooked, especially with jump scares. Oh, there was another one. Okay, sorry. One last one. There was another one. Which was... Oh, what was it? Oh, it escaped my memory. Oh, it was the one... It was like a doll one. Where... I don't remember the situation, but it had a really well-known actor in it. I think it had someone from Walking Dead in it. And there was a... I'm gonna find the movie title. And then we're like actually gonna lock in. What's it called? Probably about woman with doll. The Boy, 2016. Yeah, The Boy scared me as well. That one was like messed up on so many levels. Very strange. But yeah, you should watch it if you like horror movies, I guess. Don't take my recommendations as like truth though, because I fall for jump scares very easily. I get very easily scared. Barely even watch horror movies with my eyes open. I usually just like do the put my fingers above my face and like look through the tiniest glimpse type stuff. Yeah, so you're a bit of a horror movie enjoyer? Definitely not. Oh god. Oh, hang on. Give me 1 second. Right, okay, hang on. Give me, ooh. Give me 1 second. I just have to do something real quick. Sorry for the wait here. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. How do I... Okay. Okay, sorry. Someone was like spamming the the multi-stream, and I just realized that I didn't have like any moderation tools on my end to deal with it through OBS, but it's fine. I've dealt with it now. It was just spam of some kind of thing. But yeah, it should be okay now. Sorry about that. Would you allow me to post a link to an OC? I was wondering if you wanted to give me an OC? You can post a link, yeah. If you want to just send the link in the chat, it should show up for me and then I'll have a look at it. No Seribot on thingy? No, I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe there is. Thank you so much. I can see it. I know that it's just got deleted, but I'll post it in a second. Just want to have a quick look at it to see what it is. Still have my VPN on, so that's fine. Oh, that's cute. What, you want to give that to me? Imgur is banned in the UK. Yeah, that is true. Unfortunately, it is true. Oh, well, I'll gladly take it. Thank you so much. Hang on, I'll post a link so people can see. Do not steal, please. Can you even have bots on thingy? I don't know, actually. I really don't know. There we go. It's there if anyone wants to have a look. You can use a VPN to get around the Imgur bit, by the way. Nightbot works? Ooh, I might have to add that. But I gotta go, so have a good rest of your day. No worries. Thank you so much for stopping by, and thank you so much for sharing your OCs and for giving this one to me. That's very kind of you. I hope you have a lovely evening. Bye bye. I'll have to never use the VPN. The concept is crazy. Is scary. That's fair. That's fair. I feel like at the moment browsing the internet without one is kind of scary in itself. For multiple reasons. But like stuff like Imgur sucks that it's banned, because if you look at like Reddit a lot, they use like Imgur used to be like used by Reddit quite often because it was so easy just to upload an image. So you'll see a lot of stuff that you just can't see anymore, which is very unfortunate. I do need to probably set things up better on my other, like on my multi-stream thing, because I don't really have anything set up for the time being. So I might do that on the weekend as well. I might try and just get shit set up properly. I originally just wanted it as like an archive, but sometimes people will find me there as well. So it's nice to, I guess, provide a better experience over there compared to what it is at the moment. Probably do pressure sensitivity on this bit. Well, Imgur isn't banned per se. They pull out of the UK because the age verification thing. Yeah, so it's banned as in we can't access any of the content because they pulled out. Which I don't blame them for pulling out personally. Like, it makes sense. I think the age verification thing is stupid. But now UK is arresting not safe for work artists. So I'm not gonna get too much into that. I know what you're on about, because I've just seen some posts myself. I think it's a little bit. I haven't seen the specific art, but I'm heard from like other people what the art was, and it didn't seem to just be like not safe for work artists. It was something more specific than that. Not gonna get too much into it, but I did hear about it. Yes. Like, I saw a tweet which was, it basically explained it quite well, which they basically said that it sucks to see that this happened, but they did break like a law, like a UK law. Let's see. I think Streamlabs or Elements also have a toggle. Okay, I do use Stream Elements, so I might have to check that out. Because yeah, I should probably do better setup. I actually use Stream Elements for the multi-streaming bit as well, which works really well. It does have toggles for stuff like TikTok, but I don't have that on. I feel like I get roasted to hell and back if I ever did a stream on TikTok. All I hear about VTubers who post content on TikTok is that they just get a lot of children just berating them for no reason. They'll go like 40-year-old man with a voice changer, by the way, and then that stupid ass rose emoji. I hate the rose. I don't know where it's from or what caused it, but people using like the withered rose emoji, like unironically, I don't know. I don't know why you do this. I hate it so much. No, not that one. Oh, it's so dumb. Because I feel like it only unironically, and I correct me if I'm wrong, gets used by children. It's a sad clock. Is that what it's meant to signify? Oh my god. That's even worse. Oh, for fuck's sake. I don't know. I see it that way. It's honestly, I might need to Google it. There might be like a Know Your Meme article about it or something. I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna Google it right now. You know when I said like the last distraction was, what does withered rose emoji mean? Let's see. It symbolizes sadness, heartbreak, grief, and emotional disappointment. Answer. Oh, there is a Know Your Meme. Holy. All right, let's have a look. I knew there would be a Know Your Meme. The dead rose emoji, also known as wilted flower emoji, refers to the emoji that depicts a wilted rose. It is used online to represent being damaged or heartbroken. Earnestly shared by emo internet users, ironic use predominantly surfaced in early 2025, mostly in reaction to the use of the broken heart or heartbroken emoji in memes like blah 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 that I've never heard of, and late rapper, wait, did he die? Late rapper XXX Temptation, I don't know. The overuse of the heartbreak emoji led to TikTokers on so-called certain side of TikTok switching to the dead rose emoji because of the heartbreak one had become too mainstream. The dead rose emoji then amassed use in slang overload posts similar to ICLTSPMO and incorporated into emoji pastas and copy pastas like nah she got you blushing twin. What the? I feel so fucking old reading. What? I don't understand what any of this means. But yeah, I just hate it. It's stupid. I don't like it. There's so many better emojis to use, but it's always used by like VTuber haters, and I don't know why. It's stupid. Yay, more distractions. No. I just love how you just have like the most sus like interpretation of that emoji, Chilky, and then turns out it's just like it literally just means what it means, which is just like heartbroken. Damn, I see how it is. In any case, artists are targeted instead of actual criminals walking on the street. I think both should be targeted personally. If artists break the law or criminals break the law, they should both not be targeted. That's the wrong word, but they should both be caught. That's what I'm trying to say. People break the law, they should be caught. I'm weird, it's fine. Even though it was their own persona or something. Yeah, I didn't look at the art because if it was so bad that the UK government was like, hey, you're breaking the law by drawing that, I didn't want to then look at it because I also don't know if that consists of also breaking the law. But the weird thing I did see about it was that apparently they were told they had to make another account and then dox themselves or something weird. I don't know the full story to it. It's been a little bit on my feed lately, but at the moment I'm trying to curate random shit I know nothing about away, especially things that could be it's not Twitter drama because it's like actual like legal implications and stuff, but curate less positive content away because it's starting to like drain, if you know what I mean. It's starting to drain the mental. I think that's when I have to take a step back and start curating my feed a bit more. I don't know if so they can see your activity easier. Maybe, yeah. I don't know, but it still feels weird. Like, why would they have to do that? Likely, kind of like how thingy offenders have to tell us about it. Yeah, I don't know, to be honest. I really don't know. I didn't look too much into it. I saw the tweets and I saw this one tweet by this one guy. It was like, you know what, I agree with this one. And that was like right before the stream, like half an hour before the stream. And then I just like didn't think about it. Thingy offenders. I don't know if I'm allowed to say those words on stream. Oh, whatever. Sex offenders. Damn, I'm smited. I'm dead. You know how like when people make content on like TikTok and stuff and they can't say, they have to use like other words, which I don't like that they have to use other words because it does take away from what they did or, you know, stuff like that. But also social media platforms are stupid. The fact that you can't mention those words. Yeah, that's why. That's why I said thingy offenders, okay? It's like self-censorship. Basically, because people like money. Which is fine. People make money how they want to make money as long as it's not like harming anyone. But I think the rules themselves are stupid. It shouldn't have to be that way. What am I doing? This is not even the right... Oh my god. This is the right one. At least according to etymology nerd. Who? At least according to etymology nerd said it's completely made up on YouTube at least. Like there isn't any actual need to censor yourself. It's just a game of telephone. Really? Oh, that's interesting. I feel like what was I gonna say? I feel like I like to be on the like very safe side anyway. So even if there wasn't like a specific rule, it could always come into play and then they could just like smite half my videos if I were to make video content, right? But that's just because I'm a bit of a coward in that sense. I like to just play it safe. Because I know that my luck is gonna make them like see my videos and smite. Yeah, no idea about Twitch. I think you have to have like a certain classification if you talk about it a lot. Like if you talk about like, you know, specific things that adults do. You have to like mark it as sexual themes, I think. I think if you only mention it like once or twice, I don't think you have to. I don't know, actually. I have no idea. But I wouldn't think you'd have to, like for mention of it being once. But I do think that if you talk about stuff like that, because you can talk about stuff like that on Twitch, you just have to classify yourself with the right tags. And it's the same goes for like if you're playing like games with that nature. I think if you pick a game that has that classification, it will immediately put you into that tag, or tag your stream with it, with the category. It's because ads and sponsors, they self-censor just in case, but there is no evidence of saying words get you instantly shadow banned. Yeah, I think graphical content, as far as I've seen, based on what YouTubers that I've watched have said, graphical content, like say for example, even in video games, or like even like other places, I think there was one very big YouTuber who played a game. Other people didn't get smited for that game, but he did, and he complained about it, which is valid. Was it Jacksepticeye or something, or Markiplier? I don't know, one of them two. I didn't watch them. I watched someone else cover them, but they were talking about how they entered this one specific scene or whatever. I think that was enough to get it demonetized, and that was just like in a video game. Like you can't really control what appears or what doesn't appear in a video game. Of course, if the entire video game is just about that type of content, that's different. But like it appearing in like one scene apparently was enough to do something to his video, which is a shame. It shouldn't be that way. I think it's very stupid. But you're right, Dumo. It's what people say. It's about sponsors and stuff. They don't want to like. They don't want kids viewing that basically. I don't even think they care about the kids, but it's more that they want to be seen as having their sponsors on videos like that, I guess. I think it looks quite cute so far. It's a bit basic at the moment, but I think we're getting there. I do want to fix this one up though, and we're not gonna do symmetrical with this. I think we're gonna do what we want to do in the other hairstyle. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a paint mask. What topic can we distract any with next? Do you not want me to do like any progress on my model? Is that it? Is that it, Dumo? Do you want to just see my 1.0 forever? Because I don't mind. Wait, what am I doing? It needs to be like, boom, boom. Do like this. Yeah, this is more like it. We hate progress. That is true. We do hate progress. That's why this model has taken me so long. Not because you guys have distracted me, but because I also hate making progress. Down with progress. You will never be able to distract me again. Mwahaha. Let's keep this going for another year. Why? Imagine all those ideas I have, and you will never see them because you hate progress. This is your fault. This looks very strange at the moment. Just give it time, okay? Just trust the process. Not the blobby. Hello, Tay. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Hello. I actually had an idea. So, I talked about in the Discord very briefly how the reason why I made the skull was because I was attending the surprise dress up. And that event is all done with and stuff like that. It was a great time. But now I'm left with these like outfit pieces from what I dressed up as. And I don't know what to do with them. So my initial thought was, oh, maybe I should donate them. Because where am I going to put it? It's like a hat, right? Where am I going to put it? But it's quite pretty. It's quite cute. Like it's very extra, especially for the price. I would say it was a very good deal. But then my brain was like, why don't I make an outfit with that hat, like 1-to-1 with that hat, and then I don't need to get rid of it, and I can repurpose it. So then it will be like canon, you know? I think that's a good idea. So I might do that, who knows? But if I don't make progress, I will never be able to do it. Am I real? You could be Seni top hat. Think about it. So it's more like a pirate hat. So I'd be like Zenidora or something. All right, that's copyrighted. No one steal that idea, please. Thank you. What exactly was the surprise dress up for? Just a random dress up party, or was it a celebration for someone specific? So it was a celebration for someone specific. I don't want to go too much into the details about it, but it was basically a celebration of someone's, I guess, life milestone. I guess it wasn't me. It wasn't me. It wasn't a celebration of me. It was someone else. But we did like we had planned a little like mystery, not mystery, but like a thing that the person didn't know about, which was like a dress up thing. And they seemed very happy. They seemed to have had a good time. But I dressed up as a pirate for a specific reason, and then someone else dressed up as like, I think there was a Super Mario there, and you know, stuff like that. Don't worry, Nintendo didn't get them. But yeah, it was really good fun. But that's why I made the skull, because I wanted to put it on like an eye patch, but I wanted to do it non-destructively. I didn't want to just glue it on the eye patch. So I made those little handles so the eye patch things could go through. But then I miscalculated, because I've done a test with the skull and the eye patch on my face, and it was fine, it was comfortable. But then I put mascara on, like I put makeup on before the event, because it wasn't just like a go into dress up thing. We were doing other stuff, and then we were doing like the secret dress up thing. But then I realized, shit, mascara's made my lashes longer. Obviously, that's what mascara is meant to do. And now it's like irritating me. Like the lashes are hitting the eye patch. So I only put it on for pictures in the end, but that was fine. Was it themed? Yes, but not in a way you'd think. No, it wasn't like a pirate theme. It was like something else. Zenidora, our new Twitter tag. I think it would be cool to have a little pirate theme or pirate costume or whatever. Then that means I need a pirate ship, right? I need to, oh my god, I can't, oh there we go. That means I need a pirate ship. So yeah, I need to plan a lot. Sunny darn, that could work as well, yeah. Oh yeah, just model a whole ship. Yeah. No biggie. I'm happy to model anything. I would love to model a ship. My concern is designing the ship. That's my biggest hurdle. If I have a design, I'll just get working. I'll just start. That's okay. But yeah, so I'm hoping that I can maybe, if I do end up doing this design, that I can incorporate the hat into the canon lore, so that it's all there, and then I don't have to get rid of it. I actually modeled the pirate ship for the kid show I worked on. Do you have the files? I'll just take that ship, no worries. I'll just borrow it. I despise modeling anything than humanoid characters. Hard surface modeling bores me to death. I've only done hard surface modeling a few times, and I quite enjoyed it. So I made a sword once for a client. So that was Sheena Stark. She has a little sword. I don't know if she ever showed it on stream, but it was basically just based off of her sword, and it was like cyberpunk-esque, and it was really fun. I learned quite a bit working on it, because it was my first time making like a weapon. And it's definitely different. I felt like I was able to like get a, like, it wasn't bendy, it didn't have any rig on it, it was just a static prop, but it did have, like, I was able to get away with a lot of the topology just being like terminated early and stuff like that, to try and reduce the quad, because it didn't have any bones on it. But I feel like if I were to do a sword next time, I'd have to put bones on it so that we can use it for like animation and stuff. So I wouldn't be able to get away with as much. But it was a very, very nice experience. It was very fun. I loved it. I don't know if I'd be able to do like props all day, every day. I feel like if I were to model guns all day, every day, I'd get quite bored. Also because guns has a lot of finicky details. I say as if a pirate ship doesn't, but you know what I mean. I would just love to make little props like a telephone, like just like props that people can use. I want to think of like a weapon. Like if I were to fight anyone, what type of weapon would I use? And I thought about a few different things. I have a plan. I feel like I very much always spoil my surprises because I just want to share it with people. But I feel like I need to keep some stuff secret. Otherwise, what's the point in showing up and like being part of it, you know? So yeah, I need to be good. I need to keep secrets. Well, my own secrets, I guess. I can keep other people's secrets, just not my own. I think it'll be good. I don't really like exactly how this looks. We might have to change it up a bit. Because I'm not a huge fan of the way that it looks at the moment. I think it looks okay. It looks very basic, but I'll come back to it. I think I'm probably gonna end up coming back to these hairs. I think I just want to like get blend shapes on it. I'm dying to like start the blend shapes because I think like look at her face. She's cute. Oh, that's something I forgot to check in Unity. How did the under face shadow look? Like, does it look okay? It looks fine. I think I'd much rather it not be painted. Even if I'm using Payomi, because it still does it. So yeah, that should be good, I think. Go back to substance. Going to bed now. No worries, actually. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you have a good night's sleep. I'm all hard surface. Oh my god. Dumo. I'm suffering even with props for characters. I usually don't do them. Do you pass that on to like other modelers then in that case? And I am the opposite. Right, Dumo, you should do a humanoid, and Chilky, you should do a prop. Giving up on art, so no more Dumo art. What? Hang on. What do you mean you've given up on art? I thought they charge you for the Maya license, and that's when you decided, oh, actually, I'm not gonna give up on art. Hello? How can you say such a thing? There's no such thing as giving up. Unless you physically cannot do it, then that's a different story. Wait. Did I not tell you I've quit? Okay, so hang on. Here's the timeline I know. You told me you quit art because Maya refused to take your money for like a renewal. So you were like, right, that's it. I'm quitting art. And then they suddenly just took money from you without you knowing. And then you decided, right, okay, I'm going back to art. But then you haven't told me you're quitting art again. Hello? You can't just quit art. That's not how that works. Take it back right now. Yeah, not done art since January. So is the Maya license just wasted then? You need to make stuff so that it's not wasted. Wise words. Yep, don't say yep. Alright, if you have your own personal reasons for quitting art, that's fine. I'm not gonna pry. But I do think that you shouldn't if you can, you know? You can have a break, sure, have a break. I had a break for like 8 years from 2D before I started again and then started enjoying it again. But don't quit it altogether. In my opinion. I made a knife this year. It's enough for a while, thanks. Oh, I've never made a knife. I want to make a knife now. Oh, there's not enough time in this world. I think this looks okay. I feel like Like I've learned from not having like a direct reference to use. I will never make that mistake again. But I just gotta deal with the hands I've dealt myself, I guess. I just have nothing I want to make. I miss working on art in a team. Team, did you say? Speaking of teams, I don't have anything to contribute. Why don't you make your own team? I want to make my own VTuber group one day, but that's gonna take like forever. I'd probably have to like permanently close my commissions, because then I just want to make like models for the group. Actually, that would probably not be a great idea, considering I probably want to do it for free. Oh no. But imagine how fun that would be. Oh, but then I couldn't like keep anything secret because I want to like work on it on stream, right? Many decisions to make. Alright, I think I'd say that's fine for now. We can come back to it. Oof, I forgot about this side. We need to do that side as well. Shit. Okay. I think we need to go into these and look at what's what we need to fix, I guess. Like I'll just do this for now, and then what are those? Is that from this one? It is. I'm just gonna like erase them softly. That should probably be okay. This would be so much easier if I didn't use multiply, honestly. I'm tempted to swap out what uses the multiply at this rate. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, hang on. Where are you? You're here? No. You're here. All right. So in theory, I should be able to just do that, right? And that should be fine? Yes. Okay, cool. Wait, no, huh? Yeah, that works. That works. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, it's getting really warm again. Hang on. I'm gonna put the AC back on. It's boiling in here. I'm glad I have some water. I'm about like half left in my glass. But I should be okay. Let's see. What was I doing? Okay. Yeah, I think this is okay. We need to tackle the actually this one is also, oh no, does that take the entire thing? Where is that? Is it you? Hang on, let's do... Wait, I can't... Huh? Oh, there we go. I think that's fine. Oh no, wait, shit. Have I been... Where's the other one? No, that one's fine. Okay, cool. Right, I need to figure out what I'm doing with this. I don't think the dark color should be on... Oh, no, wait. No, that's fine. Because it's the other one, isn't it? Oh, no, wait. That... Huh? No, so that should not be dark. Right. That's coming from you. Is that because if I do this, it's gonna... Yeah. Alright. Let's change the brush back and then we'll just do symmetrize and get rid of it, I guess. Oh wait, is it you? So in theory, if I just get rid of this, that should be fine, right? Yeah. Right, where's the other version of this? Here. But I want this back here. Okay, so that's fine. Oh, wait, where does that come from? Wait, is it you? I feel like it's you, but I don't know. Let's see. No, wait. Oh, yeah, it is you. Okay, I think that's it. Save. All right, okay, so yeah, this should be fine. So we just need to draw on this layer basically. So I'm gonna grab this and then I'm gonna just copy the color and then do black mask. And then I guess we'll just do the same for this one. I think I'm gonna try and maybe go in and improve, maybe redo or just improve them afterwards. Why is it? Oh, because it's not in multiply, that's why. And I want to make it so that it's only this one. Yeah, I think that will be fine. And I'll make this one go up as well. I need to clean up on the other side once we're done, but I think that should be fine. If I had been smart, I would have made 2 folders, each with a mask that would have like set the mask, specific masks that I need, and then I wouldn't have to like redo this. But I wasn't that smart, unfortunately. That's okay. Just gonna make this a bit smaller. Oh, by the way, do you guys have any plans for the weekend? I think I've already said my plans, which was, what was I doing? Oh, housework and commission work. Oh, and I think we have a social event on the Monday, which is going to be nice. I think we're going to have some nice food. Possibly takeaway. Haven't decided yet. But that's okay. I've planned for it, so that's fine. That's allowed then. But I don't think... Oh, wait. No, I do have plans next weekend as well. I just remembered. Honestly, in my weeks lately, like my weekends have just been like not work and then just do commissions. But it's fine because I am so close to finishing the commission, I think. And then I might have another commission starting at some point, but it's not finalized yet. I plan to keep playing Wukong now on New Game Plus. Oh, very nice, very nice. You have to let us know how New Game Plus feels. Like, do you think it's gonna be much more difficult? I don't think, yeah, I haven't played it. But when I saw it came out, I was like, oh, that looks really nice. But then I realized it was like a Souls-esque game, which I don't hate. I'm just not very good at them. It's easy. Don't think the difficulty's gone up. Oh, okay. So in New Game Plus, do you know if like you keep all your like skills or something? Like, is there anything that is a benefit from doing a New Game Plus? That reminds me. Ooh, I might play some Kingdom Come too. The Deliverance. I might play some of that. Or Sendless on Zero. I started playing that. I didn't really have any that like I really wanted to pull, except for like the snake lady, because her animations are sick. It was literally the choice between snake lady and this girl who like shows her feet at every possible opportunity. And her design was cute, but her like fight sequences, just not fight sequences, but like animations, they didn't strike. They just didn't like. They just didn't give me the wow factor, you know? I've never played a Souls-like before. You should try Elden Ring then. If you like Wukong, you might like Elden Ring. Or Lies of Pi. That might be up your alley, actually. Yeah, in New Game Plus, you keep all your stuff. Ah, okay. That makes sense. I really also wanted to try... Was it Lies of Pi? Lies of P? Lies of P? Because I love the concept of it. But then again, it's another Souls-like, as far as I know. So I was like, oh, maybe not. I feel like sometimes I come across as like as if I don't like video games, but that's not true. I do very much like video games. Like, I think platformers was what I grew up with. Platformers slash like whatever Jack and Daxter was. I don't really know what it was as a game type, but I just remember it being a lot of fun. Seen Lies of Pi. Is it Lies of P or Lies of Pi? I don't know, but yeah, you've seen it. You're like a pro gamer. That is true. I am a pro gamer. You know, I game so often that I've now become pro. I don't actually... The last time I touched a video game was Sendless on Zero, and that was like 3 weekends ago. What the hell? Or 2 maybe, I don't know. Time has just kind of been a bit of a weird thing for me the past couple of weeks, or even months. It just kind of flows by. Which time does, naturally, but... You know what I mean? Like, it just kind of like, you realize, oh shit, it's weekend. How did I get here? The hell? I don't even remember waking up. It's not that bad, but it does feel like that sometimes. Like I have like a brain fog, you know? Good old brain fog. I wish I could use it to like my advantage though. I wish I could just be like, yeah, let me just turn the fog on and then I'll just turn it off. Like Severance. That's not a good thing. But you know what I mean? Who wouldn't want like to live in a Severance-esque world where you could just like turn your brain off for things you didn't want to do? It sounds very dystopian, but also, I mean, I feel like most people would want that if they could have it. Oh, we have an ad starting soon, but I'm gonna... Oh, can I snooze it? I can't snooze it. There we go, it's been snoozed. I don't want it to start. Not yet. Well, I don't want it to start at all, to be honest. Oh, hang on. There's a cutoff here. I think most guys can just turn their brains off. Really? What is the superpower that you have been hiding from me? I don't think I can. I didn't get that skill point when I was born. I should probably just zoom in if I'm struggling to draw this specific line. Oh, I'm not following the mesh. That's a no-no. Big no-no. Oh, wait. Wrong bit. There we go. I keep forgetting to put on my pressure sensitivity. I should probably just do that. It'll just be so much easier on hair, I think, if I have it on. Oh my god, I had terrible news today. What were your well, if you want to share, what were your terrible news? I hope you're doing okay. So I'm going to Comic-Con later this month. Okay. Well, I'm gonna shut my mouth and wait until you've said what you're gonna say. And today I learned the really annoying guy from work is also going. You have a friend to take with you. That's nice. Okay, I was gonna say I hope you have a good time, but then if you're terrible news, we're gonna be, oh, it got cancelled. The train was put on fire and I can't go. That whatever I was gonna say just wouldn't sound very nice. So, but I'm glad you're still going and that you're being joined by your annoying friend. Maybe he'll be less annoying outside of work. Maybe you can team up. Do cosplays together, if that's what you're into. No, the annoying guy is going with his partner who has a stall there selling comics. Oh. Damn. That sucks. I like how you just call him the annoying guy. Poor guy. I get what you mean though. I feel like everyone's had like that one person in the workplace that just you don't really want to interact with. Like outside of like work hours. But sometimes they're nicer than you think and you get on better than you thought initially. You never know. So it's gonna tell me what the stall number is so I can say hi, but really so oh no, don't avoid it. You can tolerate him for like 3 minutes. And then you can buy something from his partner's stall. That's really sweet though. Right, okay, so I think that is gonna be it for this hair right now. We might come back to it next time. I think it looks okay. It looks very basic at the moment, but that's okay. Let me just clean it up real quick before we say bye-bye. I'm just gonna do it like so. Never mind. I'm gonna go crazy if I'm doing all of this separately. Is that all of it? Oh no. Alright, I can't do that one. I can't do that one. Well, that's the same one. Can I do this one? Yeah, I can do this one. Alright, so it's just these where I need to like do it manually. Is it like this side? No, apparently they make romantic comedy and not safe for work comics. Not my thing. Okay, that is fair. But I think you should still go and say hello. What if they're really nice? What if they're like, oh my god, Dumo, thank you so much for taking the time to stop by. That's making my day. How sweet would that be? Maybe he'll become your new best friend. Who knows? Oh wait, no, I don't want it to show up on this side. Yeah, so that's good. Yeah. I'll just manually do these, I think. Are you trying to make me the bad guy? No, I'm not. I'm just saying that sometimes, like, people might be really annoying at work. And sometimes if you spend some time with them, like, outside of work, you might realize that, oh, you know what? Actually, they're not so bad. That's all. I'm not saying that because I've been the annoying friend at work. I might have been, you know. I might have been, to be fair. I don't know. But, like, I've had people who I just didn't think I'd, like, drive with. And then, I spoke to them a bit more. And you know what? They weren't that bad. Like, they were just annoying in, like, a work setting, you know? Unless they're just, like, a bad person, then, yeah, fuck them. Okay, so I think we've nearly cleaned up most of them. I think there's, like, some weirdness going on here. I don't know if that's... Oh, wait. There we go. Where is this coming from? Oh, this? Is that it, maybe? Yeah, I think that looks cute. All right, so we've technically sorta kind of finished one more hairstyle. Hopefully next time we'll be able to finish the last one, but again, I might just go back and fix these or change these or give them a bit of a polish. I might do that. I think that is like kind of the curse of doing your own shit, like making your own model, is that if you don't have like a straight on reference you're gonna follow to the T, you'll end up with situations like this where you're like, oh, I can just go back and fix it, but I kind of want it to be like done, you know? So yeah, we'll see. We'll come back to it. But I think that's gonna be it for today. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit sleepy, a little bit tired. So we're gonna see who we can say hello to on Twitch. Let me just have a look. Let's see, is there anyone? Oh, sorry. Big yawn. Long day. Just having a quick look now. Do you know who we haven't seen in a really long time? I say a really long time. It's probably been like a month. White Vault. They're doing some commissions. And I just absolutely love their energy. Like, whenever we come in, they're so nice. Time for bed. I'm shocked you stayed up so late. That is completely fine. Thank you so much for showing up. Sorry, I had to yawn. Or are you saying time for bed me? Because probably it's time for bed for me too. But yeah, we're gonna go say hello to White Vault. I always have to like make sure I pronounce it correctly. Don't. Oh, fuck. Okay. Let me just snooze that ad. I don't want to get hit with an ad when we're rating. All right, let me swap the scene. I forgot. Hello. Oh, I don't have the chat box in here. That's fine. That's fine. Right. Thank you so much, everyone, for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I think I should be good to do a stream schedule for next week. I know I've said this like for the past couple of streams, but I should be able to put them out regularly, and I should definitely have time to make them this weekend. So I'm hoping to make a stream schedule for next week, and the stream time and dates will be 7 p.m. BST, so that's UK time, on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Obviously, if anything changes, I will let you know. Usually I let people know in the Discord because it's just the easiest way. But also, I have added a new little channel called Zenny Information, which is just general information about me. The specific times I usually stream, I'll put using the @time feature so that it allows people to see their local time, just to make it a bit easier. Thank you so much, Axie, for suggesting that. And I'll put reference sheets and stuff like that as well once I've had a second to put them in. But yes, thank you so much, everyone. Have a absolutely lovely evening, and we're gonna go say hello to White Vault. They're doing some great stuff. Bye bye. Take care.